How's it going, everybody? Jeff Odom here from the USF Oracle, and welcome to our new weekly video segment. It's called 2-Minute Drill, where we take a brief look at USF's most recent game and look ahead to its next one. So for this edition, our inaugural edition, we take a look back at USF's 38-14 win over SMU on Saturday at Raymond James Stadium and look ahead to its big game against Navy on Saturday at noon in Annapolis. From USF's perspective, this was one of the biggest wins I think this program has had in quite some time. It was the third consecutive win. It's the first time USF has put together a 3-game win streak since 2011. And it had some big implications. Quentin Flowers in this one really came out of his shell. 201 rushing yards for the Bulls. That set a single-game record for any USF quarterback and any American Athletic Conference quarterback that the conference has seen in its 3 years of existence. Also, defensively, what a night for Jamie Byrd. Had a team-high 10 tackles. Also had 2 more sacks. That gives him 4 on the year. And the biggest note out of all of that, I think, is that Jamie Byrd had no sacks going into last week's game against UConn. And now in the last 8 quarters, he's put together 4 sacks. He's been a major catalyst for USF's defense. And Coach Willie Taggart wrapped it up in his post-game press conference with the game against the Mustangs on Saturday, talking about Quentin Flowers' big performance.
I think part of the game plan was to run Quentin a little more. You just watch SMU and the team that they struggle with running quarterbacks. And it was a part of our offensive game plan that we wanted to do. And some of those plays that they were running, he was scrambling. It wasn't just call run play, he was scrambling like a touchdown. There at the end was a pass play, he scrambled and got an end zone. And that's what he does. Sometimes when you don't have a throw, he can get a first down with his feet and make some things happen for it. But it was good. The point to go out and play that way.
Taking a look at USF's next opponent, the Navy Midshipmen, on Saturday, it is going to be a huge, huge test for USF, and I don't think that can be understated enough. Navy is a very physical team, and they run a little thing called the triple option, which is one of the hardest offenses to solve in college football. On Saturday, Florida State went up to Georgia Tech, which also runs the triple option, and they got a little bit of a taste of it. They got beat for their first regular season loss in the last 3 years. So it's going to be a major test. USF has to have its playmaker step up again. You can't afford to have the amount of drops that we saw from USF's wide receivers against SMU, and really, I'm expecting a big performance from Marlon Mack. He was sidelined against SMU because of a little mild hamstring strain. It was more of a precaution is the reason why they sat him out. And obviously, with Quentin Flowers' record-breaking performance, he didn't really skip a beat. So I think Marlon Mack's going to be a hungry guy. I think Quentin Flowers builds off this big game. And again, the USF defense, as it has grown in this new 4-2-5 scheme under Tom Allen, they continue to look better every single week. And I think that will be the same against Navy, who enters the game as of Sunday as a 9-point favorite over the Bulls. So to read all about that matchup against the Midshipmen and to read about USF's big win over SMU, pick up a copy of the USF Oracle or head on over to usforacle.com. And coming soon, a new smartphone app that'll be available in the App Store on Android, iPhone, and whatever else you have out there. People still have Blackberries? I don't think they have Blackberries anymore. But if you have one of those, it'll be available there as well. So this has been 2-Minute Drill. Thanks for watching. For photographer Adam Mathau, I'm Jeff Odom. Have a good one, everybody.